What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, once again, Walter Tuomi, representing Neo Defective Gaming, aka Neo Defective, for those uninformed. So today's gaming news on September 21st, 2021. That's September 21st, September 21, 2021. An interesting news day, okay? We have three things that actually pique my interest as a gamer. One of those being Marvel vs. Capcom 2. All that free Marvel vs. Capcom 2 stuff that Maximilian Dude was getting started has probably actually paid its dues. It might actually be getting something started. There might be some traction there. Also, Kenna Bridge of Spirits is released today. All the reviews are in and they're trickling out slowly but surely, looking like a good 8 out of 10 game so far. But we'll go check the Metacritics as we do. You know how we do when we come here to this channel. And also some interesting news in that Quantic Dream, makers of one Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and what's that robot game called? Detroit Become Human. One that my girlfriend actually plays. She played significant amount of time. She put a lot of work in it. There was a time I'd be going to sleep and I'd be waking up and Detroit Become Human would be on my television just blasting. And I'm like, Jesus. She loves the game. She loved that game. So they have gotten approved to make a Star Wars game. That was up in the air. It was rumored to be a thing just a couple days ago, but then the actual leak came out, I think by Quantic Dream Studios, saying that no, they are actually doing this and they've been in production. So that's great news, I think. I mean, doing the Star Wars thing, the game licenses need to breathe. They also can't be tied down by one gaming manufacturer. Like, you can't have them just all tied up with EA. Like, they've done good things with the developer, but they've also done some of the worst, most heinous things, as we've seen in the past. You know, we don't need to bring up old stuff. We don't need to bring up old shit. We know what happened, okay? So that's the gaming news. Let's get into it right now. Okay, as we were saying, right? New Star Wars game's coming out, and it's being made by Detroit Become Human studio Quantic Dream. This is by Andy Chalk from PC Gamer. Andy Chalk says, Quantic Dream, the studio behind the narrative-focused Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human, may be working on a new Star Wars game. A trio of sources have reported that the studio has done a deal with Disney for a game that might already be well into development, and Quantic Dream itself dropped a cryptic hint about it too. The rumor first surfaced last week when French YouTuber Gautos claimed that Quantic Dream will be singing with Disney now that its Sony contract is over. It looks like we will be working on a Star Wars game, Gautos said. Shortly after that, noted Secrets leaker Tom Henderson, who last week claimed that next year's Call of Duty game will be Modern Warfare 2, said on DualShockers, shout out to them, that he had been told that the same thing by a separate source who provided overwhelming evidence that he had contacts at Quantic Dream. According to Henderson, the game has been in development for about 18 months. I said 8 months. Quantic Dream also apparently liked Henderson's tweet about the story, although it has since unliked it. Make of that what you will. All right, so it has actually been reported on multiple sources now, from IGN, GameSpot, where we get all our sources of information. If you do, I do as well. This is a thing. This is a confirmation. This is happening. And I for one, am excited about it. I can't wait to see what they do with the Star Wars license. I really think they can do some good stuff. I mean, now they have an established IP. They're not going to have to work with something new, which we know that they're capable of. They can create from scratch. Now they don't have to do that. They can create from some established lore that is pretty much something that we all are fans of, right? You are giving this license, this Star Wars license, and it's auto bucks. This is instant money. This is a money grab. This isn't something that you have to really go out of your way for. But if they do, well, props to them. If they make something that's anything Star Wars, I'm gonna buy it. I'm all on board. I think they're gonna make a great Star Wars product comparatively to other games that have been released under the Star Wars banner. I mean, EA has done some good, again, like we said, but also done some terrible things. So good luck out there to Quantic Dream. Can't wait to play your game. I'll be buying it first day. I promise. We'll be on the streams at twitch.tv/neodefective. That is not a shameless plug because this is my channel. All right, on to the next. Okay, so as we were saying, Kenna Bridge of Spirits has officially been released. This is one of the games that was first announced with the PlayStation 5. Okay, so this thing was already looking great. It was already looking fantastic. The graphic design was very Pixar. That's pretty much what everybody's going toward when they talk about this game as far as graphics go, and the characters' likeness and how they really interact and move, and the general expressions of it, and how it's actually a very pretty game. And it's also open world, only it's a more narrative driven open world, where you need this to open the next part to open the next part. So it's a linear open world, but you also have room to play in a little bitty sandbox, which sounds fantastic. So I didn't want to look too much into this game because I didn't want to get let down, and an 85 actually sounds like a great score for this as far as Metacritic is concerned. So let's go ahead and check this out, see where we're at in the critic reviews. So 85, we got DualShockers with the 100, GameSpew with the 100, Digital Trends with a 90, Game Informer 90, Screen Rant 90. All right, IGN Italy 85, Destructoid 80s. We got IGN giving it an 80, an 8 out of 10 or whatever. Again, when this game was first announced, I was actually all on board. I really was excited about it, the general aesthetic of it. The gameplay actually looked way more stunning than what people are actually saying that it is. Most of the reviews are saying that it's very easy, very basic, kind of easy combos, which is fine. I mean, that's probably not what the game was going for. The game wasn't trying to be hard. The game is actually $39.99 in US dollars, which is probably a reasonable price considering I'm hearing that it's about 6 hours long as far as the campaign, which probably doesn't overstay its welcome. It's just enough, I'm sure. Considering the aesthetic of the game, it looks really gorgeous. It's definitely going to be heavily story driven, and I mean, you just go read the reviews yourself. They so far have been saying that it's a fun game. Most of the reviews. There's some that say that it's actually a big letdown, right? But even then, you're not looking for anything below a 60. If you see a 5, it's probably somebody that really generally hates the game, or maybe doesn't like the whole cutesy-mutesy aesthetic, or doesn't like Pixar, or is probably just an angry demon person. So, you know, don't blame them. Those are their opinions. Don't let their opinions formulate your ideas of this game. So I would say $39.99 is a great deal if you're looking to get a game for cheap. That's also probably, like, it's also an indie game, but looks AAA. This is that game. This game looks like it's gonna have a Kenna 2 bridge more of spiriters, just so many more spirits. So I'm gonna give this game a look as well. Can't wait to play it. Moving right on to the next news story. Okay, so with all the traction that Maximilian Dude was getting with free Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it seemed only inevitable that Marvel was gonna have to fight a little bit to get free from the evil clutches that is Disney right now. Right now, I'm not in a happy place with Star Wars, I'm gonna be honest with you, but when it comes to Marvel, you can't not be happy. They're releasing a lot of content just as you would in a comic book, so why can't you be happy with that? I think that's a great thing. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was an all-time classic. It's not even debatable. It's not even a question. You played this game even if you weren't into fighting games, simply because you wanted to play as your favorite Marvel character or your favorite Capcom character. If you were a fighting game savant, and even if you weren't savant, if you were just in an arcade, this is the game you wanted to play. This is the one that people were lining up around the cabinet for, just to see people play it, just to see their characters fight and interact in different ways, and who had these skills and who could do these nutty launchers and combinations. But now it might be out of the clutches where we're actually going to get a remaster. That's what it's saying. So from here, we're looking at CBR.com. This is by Brad Lang, who says Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes may be remastered, at the very least re-released on modern hardware in the future. During a recent interview with GamerHub TV, studio head of Digital Eclipse, a development team responsible for several recent ports of classic Disney and Capcom games, said that talks were underway regarding Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Mike Mika, speaking to the recent #free MVC2 online movement, said the reaction to that movement was incredible. I know that both Disney and Capcom have seen that loud and clear, and we've begun some discussions on that right now. In an attempt to generate interest in a modern port, fighting game content creator Maximilian Dude started an online movement known as Free MVC2, #Free MVC2. The cause grew in strength, bolstered by the fighting game community, as Mika notes that his emails were often flooded with these sentiments. While both companies are seeing the demand for the game, Mika is also quick to note that the decision to create a new version doesn't lie with Digital Eclipse. See, that's the kicker right there. Disney's in charge of this stuff. So we're trying to see how far we can go, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's really not up to us. It's owned, parts of MVC2 are owned by two different really large entities that have a lot of reasons why they'd want or not want to do some of that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So Digital Eclipse is no stranger to porting classic games to new platforms. My son knows who all these characters are. He knows who Wolverine, he knows who Gambit is, and my son's only 3 years old. He actually knows some of the Street Fighter characters because of Wreck-It Ralph. He knows Zangief, he knows M. Bison, Spider-Man, of course. Captain America is his favorite character, also Spider-Man, but he likes Iron Man. He does the pew 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 thing all the time. This is an all-time classic. And I just can't stress enough that it just needs to be in everybody's library. And the fact that we're going to get a remastered of this, I can't wait to see the new drawings that they have. And more than likely, they're going to be some kind of hand drawings that are going to look great, because that's what they've done with the Street Fighter, I think it was 25th anniversary, the collector's edition, or the 25th anniversary. Just, stop me when I say too much, because, Capcom loves to add their titles. But I've seen some images of people doing what would be a rendition of some of these characters. I can't wait to see what they can do with this game and what they're going to pull off. It's exciting news. This is so far been a great start to this week. If you guys aren't excited by all this news, you guys are inhuman. All right, you guys are all inhuman. If you like what you saw, make sure you like this video, hit subscribe, and you might also want to subscribe because we are still doing this giveaway, guys. This giveaway is for the Corsair HS70 wireless Bluetooth headphones. Now, these aren't just wireless. These are wired as well. Now, these are a fantastic set of cans because they're capable of running on any console and PC. Any current console and PC. That's wild. You can get it on the Xbox X and S, on Switch, and on the PS5, also on the PS4. And again, like I said, the PC. Now, this is going to be going out to a lucky guy or girl that subs to this channel in between now and October 8th. After you sub, make sure you comment and you drop what your favorite game is currently, or what game you're actually excited for in the comment section below. So make sure you retweet this video. If you find it, you share it with everybody that's out there. Get this going. We got to get to 1,000 subs by October 8th so we can get these into the hands of a lucky viewer. But not only that, this ties into October 8th being the release of the Nintendo Switch OLED. If we can get these off in that time, we'll be doing another milestone where we'll try to reach another set of subscriber goals, and I will be getting rid of a Nintendo Switch OLED to another lucky viewer. So help me, guys. Help me get to 1,000 subs by October 8th. I know we can do this. Spread the love, you know what I mean? Go out there, share this video, like, and subscribe. That's the only way to get it. Subscribe and drop a comment. Tell me what your favorite game is. Can't wait to hear from you guys. Make sure you go to twitch.tv/neodefective, where you can find me streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. And I'm talking about in the demon hours, where we are actually doing a Pocky challenge if we can reach a couple more subscribers. So you can watch me burn my tonsils off, burn my face off, and later on you can hear about my endeavors in the restroom, because you're not going to see that. That comes later, right? So twitch.tv/neodefective. Twitter @neodefective, Instagram @neodefective. Share this video, like, subscribe. You know the deal. Stay dirty, humans.